9. Farting all the way. Up, up and away flew Alice and her dad through the thick, fluffy grey snow clouds. Soon they were so high there were no clouds left. Instead, they were surrounded by bright blue sky and the cold glare of the winter sun. The other Applebys were circling above, waiting for them. Alice thought farts blasting out of her bottom would be painful, but if anything, it felt absolutely delightful, like her whole body was being propelled by thousands of invisible little hands, pushing her along. The farts were tremendously powerful, and they each left a white fart trail. Alice soon realised she didn't ever want to cross paths with the fart trails if she could help it. The smell was nothing short of atrocious. "Ugh, it's like a cross between pickled herrings and rotten eggs," she said to Dad as he blasted across her path. "Sorry," said Dad, looking back.
"More like a skunk who ate a rotten Brussels sprout, or sewers on a particularly hot day," said Grandma, holding her nose.
"You know, I think it has a hint of fish and sweaty, smelly socks," said Grandad.
"Definitely smelly socks," laughed Alice.
"That one smelt like a dog fart,"
said Grandma, holding her nose. "Right, everyone, grab hold of the rope. That way we won't get lost," said Dad, passing the rope behind him. Mum, Grandma, then Grandad grabbed hold of the rope. "Come on, Alice, it's your turn to grab on," said Dad. Alice blasted a little bit faster to catch hold of the rope.
"It's a little bit chilly up here, and we can't even see where we are on the map,"
said Grandad. "The clouds are in the way. Let's fly back down beneath them, and then we can get our bearings. On 3, everybody," said Dad. 1, 2, 3. The Applebys began their descent through the clouds, being careful not to go too fast in case they accidentally hit the ground. Grandad took the lead with his map in hand.
"OK, I can see where we are. If we follow this motorway, then we'll get to Dover, and then we should be able to find our way to the coast. We'll cross the English Channel, and with any luck, we'll be able to see all the way to France,"
said Grandad. So they bum-blasted away, following the motorway so fast that their cheeks began to wobble against the cold north wind. "This must be what a jet pilot feels like," thought Alice to herself.
"Does anyone know any good songs?"
asked Grandma.
"I usually listen to the radio when I'm in the car, but we don't have a radio."
"I know one. It's called Jingle Smells. Sing along with me," said Dad. Then he began to sing. "Blasting through the snow on a wild and windy day, making bad smells as we go, farting all the way. Farty fart fart. Oh, jingle smells, your family yells, phew, please go away. Oh, what fun it is to fly on a wild and windy day. Hey, jingle smells, your family yells, phew, please go away. Oh, what fun it is to fly on a wild and windy day." Mum, Dad and Grandad were laughing, but Grandma didn't look very impressed.
"You're all a bunch of children,"
she said.
"I've got one,"
said Grandad with a giggle.
"Don't you dare sing it,"
said Grandma disapprovingly, but that didn't stop Grandad.
"We wish you a smelly Christmas, we wish you a smelly Christmas, we wish you a smelly Christmas and a farty New Year."
Alice couldn't help but laugh. Grandma was about to say something when Mum shouted, "Look, it's the coast!" Mum was flying slightly higher than the rest of the Applebys, so she had a slightly better view. She was right. A blue line, followed by a thin yellow line, had appeared on the horizon. In almost no time at all, the thin line of sand grew bigger and bigger, and then they were flying over the sand. Looking down, they saw it wasn't only sand, but also giant white cliffs. "We'll be able to use them as a reference point on our way back," said Dad to Alice. They farted on across the blue sea of the English Channel. Below them passed all sorts of boats, from fishing boats to oil tankers to cruise ships to great big container ships. Alice's favourite was a giant passenger ferry. She and the rest of the Applebys waved at the passengers as they flew by. People ran out on deck to take pictures and wave back. "They can scarcely believe their eyes," said Mum.
"Grandad, stop showing off," said
Grandma. Grandad had let go of the rope and was circling above, doing loop-the-loops.
"Just having a bit of fun,"
cried Grandad. That looks like great fun, said Alice, and she let go of the rope to do a giant loop-the-loop. Then the rest of the Applebys joined in. Come on, we've got to get to Wonderland before our farts run out, said Dad. Follow me. They farted along the French coast and blasted their way up the River Seine. Soon they were flying over the city of Paris.
Turn right at the Eiffel Tower,
cried Grandad with the map in his hand. Despite it being Boxing Day, the Eiffel Tower was packed with visitors, and Alice did her best to wave at them as they blasted past. How much further do we have to go? Asked Mum.
We're almost there. Look, there's the castle,
said Grandad. That's good. I think I'm about to run out of... Oh, said Mum with a wobble. Alice looked back at her. The bum blasts had started to run out. Oh no! Come on, Mum! We're almost there! Grandad and Grandma came to the rescue, picking Mum up by her arms. We're here! Time to set off the parachutes! Yelled Dad. He was right. The Wonderland castle was right in front of them. Grandma and Grandad let go of Mum, and then all of the Applebys let go of the rope they had been holding on to. Alice felt herself falling through the air. Remember to pull the cord, Alice! Yelled Dad as he fell. Alice yanked on the cord to her parachute. She felt a light tug on her back as the parachute canopy released, and then the falling feeling turned into more of a floating feeling. Together, the Applebys floated to the ground, landing right outside the Wonderland castle.